brothers and my cousins and I all spent a lot of time at Grandma's house growing up. Some of us would spend the weekend there. Sometimes we'd spend pretty much the whole summer visiting with Grandma. And then we all kind of got older, moved away, and didn't visit as much. But over the past few months and the past couple of weeks especially, I've been back there at her house a lot. And I've had the opportunity to have a lot of memories come back to me. And what's really hit home is how special and how magical Grandma's house was to all of us growing up. There's a few things over the last couple of days I've been talking to my brothers about that we all seem to remember and that we all seem to kind of treasure. One of the huge things was Passover Seder's at Grandma's house. There was, obviously she's got 6 kids and grandkids and eventually great-grandkids, and at one point there really wasn't enough space in the dining room for all of us, so the kids would kind of cram in on the piano bench and wherever we could fit. Usually the big cousins had the little cousins in their laps, and that's an amazing memory that I'm going to take with me. But it wasn't just those big exciting events. There were a lot of little things that Grandma did that made our time with her special. My brothers and I remember going to her house, and it seemed like she just always had a toy for us and candy for us, just ready, waiting for us to show up and enjoy it. It was those little orange slices, little candied jellies, and I remember being pretty young and thinking that she must make them herself. They didn't taste the same as the orange candies at the store. They were so much better. I myself was amazed by the stacks of books that Grandma always seemed to have. I would go over there for the summer, and she would set me up with a book, and she'd have her book, and we would just sit at the kitchen table and read for hours together. And so I can definitely credit her with being a part of my love for reading to this day. There was something else that was pretty special at Grandma's house. It might be something that only the older cousins remember, but Grandma had a Laserdisc player. And I can't really tell you much about what that was because I've never seen one before or since, but she was sure that it was the next big thing. It was going to be a hit. And she had a ton of movies for the Laserdisc player that we would watch. When I'd go there with my brothers, we'd always have to get out the Charlie Brown movies, and we'd watch those. And I'm pretty sure I can speak for all of us when I say that we can't watch Charlie Brown without thinking of those times watching it on Grandma's Laserdisc player. I also wanted to talk about some times when I got to sneak over there without my brothers and just have my special time alone with Grandma, and that's when we got out the good stuff. That's when she pulled out the Rodgers and Hammerstein musicals, and we would watch Oklahoma and 7 Brides for 7 Brothers and Thoroughly Modern Millie, all the things that my brothers just didn't get. But we would watch them, and she would tell me about the life and the careers of Judy Garland, and I remember her telling me one time about Mary Martin, and she was very confident that the only real Peter Pan was Mary Martin, and it didn't make sense to watch any of the other ones. And I didn't realize it at the time, but the subtext to that was these women that were breaking boundaries, and they were pushing through stereotypes, and they were doing what they wanted to do. They were strong, confident women. And when I look back, I realized, she was kind of letting me know that as a woman, that there was nothing that I couldn't do if it was what I wanted to do. And if I didn't, if I didn't trust her examples of her heroines of the silver screen, I could just look at my grandma and look at what she'd done with her life as an example of what a strong, confident woman can do. She had a successful nursing career. She raised 6 kids, and if you listen to the stories they tell about each other, and if half of them are true, it wasn't an easy job. And so, I just never doubted that she was proud of all of her children, she was proud of her grandchildren, and I always felt how proud she was of me. And when I would sit with her and tell her as a child or as a teenager what I thought I was going to do with my life, all of my big dreams, she had absolute confidence that that's what I was going to do. She just seemed to never doubt that I could do anything I wanted to do. And I think that I couldn't have asked for a better role model, or really for a more important gift that I can pass along to my daughter. And I just wanted to take a moment to thank her for that.